What's up, all you mother lovers? Welcome to the 50th, wow, 5-0 edition of Long Time First Time. Uh, yeah, it's an anniversary special, the 50th edition, so we've got a good one here for you, or a normal episode. I don't know, we'll see, we'll find out. This is, of course, the call-in show where you can join us here. In fact, let me pull up that banner. Bang! Oh no, that's actually last week's code. That's not the old banner. That's the new code that you can click at any point. I'll even throw it over in the chat so that we can do the whole copy and paste thing if you like the quick workaround. There it is in the chat that you can get to at any point. I, of course, JP, I'm not alone. I'm joined here by your number 23, your favorite MLB, Tato.
Hey, it's me, I Sport. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's weird to think that we've been doing this for 50 episodes together, JPO. It's
Just
wild.
us,
It doesn't,
man.
yeah. Um, doesn't necessarily feel like that, but yeah,
It's
I'm
like
doing
Fresh
good.
Prince. You're the new on Viv. We don't reference the old on Viv.
Yeah. Or in Girl Meets World when they do reference the two Morgans, because that's a good bit.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, at the end, like I think it's the last episode. Spoiler alert. Both of them are there, like literally, like both actresses are there, and Eric just walks by, like, hey Morgan," and then that's it. They don't discuss that there's two Morgans like at all.
I love it. I gotta look it up later. 'Cause I thought I saw most of the cameos from all the previous Boy Meets World alumni. So yeah, this is the Boy Meets World pod. Topanga. No? Okay. Someday we'll get Daniel Official on here. But until then, Tato, what'd you watch this week?
We'll start off with the old weekly Sandler Horfield. This one, I was looking for one that I thought was going to be pretty decent because I feel like I'm kind of building to a point where I only have mediocre to stinkers on the list here. I'm going to have you advise me on that after the fact here. We'll get to it.
All right.
But I checked out the week of, and I did not have a good time here. Chris Rock doesn't get to be funny. He is just reasonably irritated at every turn. There's way too much cringe humor that does not land. Every bit goes on too long. This bit, like there's maybe one or two solid, like maybe a laugh that you get out of the legless uncle. Rachel Dratch, who is usually pretty funny, is okay here. Chris Rock doesn't, like I said, get to be funny that much. All of the bits run way too long. There's just idiotic ramblings, and then they kind of do the thing. I'm just waiting to see what happens in the trailer before I get too far. I do actually have notes this time around. Yeah, this guy, the hotelier, as it were, just laughing doesn't work. Like, he's just constantly giggling. This bit doesn't work. He brings up the large booze bottles, the large Toblerone, the large cigarettes. It's like, that's not what comedy works in three means. And it's just Sandler being super stubborn. I'm just irritated with him the whole time. Let's see. Does build towards a sweet father-daughter moment, which is kind of immediately wrecked by Sandler showing up in drag, which, as we found, is pretty usually not funny. Couple decent scenes. I got I think two laughs here, and it's because Sandler invites two random black guys into the house without realizing they're not family. It's just like, oh, Adam Sandler did
Tato.
Yep, yeah, it's just Tato Lore, and then like they're eating the breakfast, and it's like, oh, what cousins are you? And it's like, just roll with it. One of the black guys is like, okay, and that was the only laugh I think I got in the film. Did not laugh at Adam Sandler once in an Adam Sandler movie, which is just bad. Let's see here. Yeah, that covers all of my notes on that one. This is in this isn't the worst Sandler movie I've ever seen. That still goes to Hubie Halloween by a pinch, by a very small pinch, honestly. And this one is better, but it's more offensive because it should be so much. Like, there's potential here. Like, Chris Rock and Adam Sandler together should never not be a 3-star movie, at least. This gets 2 stars for me.
2-star Sandler review, and this is one of those rare times, Sato. I'm slightly higher on the movie, actually. I do get to 3 stars personally. I did only see it the once. It's one I will say that maybe I haven't felt the urge to get back to. So maybe that does, kind of add to like, the one time watch. I maybe like to also too that I felt like this was a smaller movie that I kind of enjoyed. You know what I mean? It's very much about the family dynamic, and it's not this super broad, vacation comedy with all these extra cameos. Like you said, you kind of named all the major stars. Buscemi's in there a little bit. Rather than that, like we named everybody. Like it's not cameo filled. The family's kind of felt like organically casted. But yeah, I don't know. There's just enough moments that like it's kind of a ho hum comedy too, but like it's just enough to get me there to where I enjoyed my first viewing enough. But yeah, we're not too far off, 2 to 3, for that one here. Um, you want to know something, Tato?
What's that, buddy?
And my voice broke. Always love you. We got less the bodyguard for the first time. The movie features the song I just sang. Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston here. She plays a singer here, and he's trying to protect her, even though sometimes he, it doesn't always work out. People around the world maybe starting to get harmed as well here. I'm not the biggest Kevin Costner fan, I'll actually, and I know I'm not alone in this. Don't think he's that great of an actor. I think he's pretty one note, but it fits for this certain role here. And I think there is a little bit of enough chemistry between him and Whitney Houston here, and it was at least engaging at the very end. I like the final act of the movie here, where it finally ramps up. There's a couple moments where it does ramp up with the action, and the rapport that he builds with Whitney does work just enough here. So again, kind of like the last movie that I was talking about for you, 3 stars. Not over the top here. Whitney is good, but again, I also feel like she's playing somebody that's not too far of a stretch either here. She wouldn't do a hell of a lot more acting. And then Costner is also good and stoic here. So I believe it's just enough. And there's just enough action, just enough enthralls where it does keep me throughout most of the movie. Ever seen The Bodyguard?
I have not seen this one. Should probably get to it. I'll agree with you on Costner, and yeah, obviously not much of a stretch for Whitney on paper.
Yeah, guns. The snow sequence is pretty good. All right, what else you get to this week, Tanner?
Alrighty, so after week of, I wanted to get to one that I was pretty sure I would dig. Obviously, you can never know with an unknown movie. And then I was just surfing for some 90-minute movies, trying to keep the old time budget tight, short-ass movies. And I found Empire Records. Not quite American Pie, but still very much one of those movies that on paper is a Tato movie, I think most people would call it. Most people who know me, and I'm definitely happy to say that it is also a Tato movie in practice. Took me a minute to really get into it on this one, but once rolling, I was fully locked. This is definitely one of the great one-day movies, in line with Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller, Mallrats, Clerks, and it's also very like those a lot of those movies in other ways as well, with the cast of young kids, the workplace element of Clerks, they very much have a Breakfast Club thing going on. The Lucas character is kind of a Ferris Bueller type, but not a cool kid, but he's kind of the narrator in a way. So yeah, really good there. Also at one point, Robin Tunney's character does note that God is a woman, so I think this takes place in the Viewisk universe. Just saying, that's probably a little backdoor reference, even though this movie is 4 years older than Dogma. Speaking of, Robin Tunney is fantastic in this movie. I do think a lot of people would probably have just cast Fairuza Balk in that role. because that like just the go-to girl with the head shaved, crazy problems like in the '90s would have been her. And a la Waterboy, a la American History X, and to a lesser extent. Yeah, she shaved her head. It was crazy, but she's really, really excellent in this role. I love the shit out of Liv Tyler and Renee Zellweger in this role, playing similar to like Renee Zellweger, Joey Lauren Adams. I love both those cats. They play very similar. And when they sing, they both have that same thing going on. I love it. So always good to hear either of those cats singing. This again falls right in. It's so peak 90s. Absolutely adored it. The dudes are also really good. Soundtrack is definitely one thing I was going to go to. All those 90s songs you love but don't know the names of from bands that you love but maybe vaguely know the names of. Yeah, banger after banger, of which I could tell you zero of the titles of right now. The dudes in the movie are also really awesome. Not as good as the ladies, but when you're Ethan Embry and Rory Cochrane and they're Liv Tyler and Renee Zellweger, like you kind of get what you expect out of that dynamic. Joe here is like the owner of the shop or like sub manager of the shop guy is really good. Anthony LaPaglia, I believe. Would have been really cool. Like there were just moments where he kept flashing Pacino though, and in my I like weirdly head cast it. I'm like, what is that with Pacino? That would have been funny as shit. Totally different flick at that point, but good bits there. My one knock on it, I will say, it does the thing that that I know is a major pet peeve of mine that doesn't bother as many people as it does me. But when weed is a psychedelic in a movie, it pisses me off so fucking much. And the dude eats one bite of a pot brownie, and the Guar video that he's watching is talking to him, and then he's in the video, and then Guar eats him after the second bite of a pot brownie he takes, and it's just like, God fucking damn it, can we not with that? Beyond that, though, movie is pretty fucking perfect. The relationships are good. The characters are good. Writing's fantastic. Acting is really great. Definitely one of those peak 90s movies. 4.5 stars.
Nice movie. You know who loves this movie?
Will Cowan?
Maybe. Brian Michaels is huge on this.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, no, he was the one that actually, for some reason, it got brought up with us. So actually, I saw this probably in the last year or so myself. And yeah, no,
Reality Bites too. Sorry.
No, it's a fun flicker. I'm probably at about I'd say even a good 4 stars as well here. It's a good, like you said, crazy one day movie. Really good cast in here. You know, definitely enough Zanes and as well as enough kind of like interesting, character arcs with like Renee Zellweger's got an interesting arc as well. Rory Cochrane actually stood out to me a lot because I saw this and Dazed and Confused like pretty close to each other. And I was like, where did this dude go? Like, I looked him up because I was like, where the fuck you been, Rory? Are you dead? Like, no, he just kind of got like a really serious, like, he's a serious, like, 40-year-old actor now that does like, like CSIs and like, or whatever, but like, he's really fun in those 2 movies that I was like, oh man, I want to see more of that Rory Cochrane. So yeah, fun movie here. And also, because of, Can't Hardly Wait, I've always been a huge Ethan Embry guy. I want to meet him.
Yeah.
He was fun. It's nice. Don't worry, I didn't break the rules. I'm not talking the Dink. I'm talking the original 1984 Toxic Avenger. Of course, the new one was just rebooted recently here with Peter Dinklage, Kevin Bacon, but it's based off a really, I don't know, what's the word? Cheap exploitation, I don't know how you want to say it, 80s movie here by Lloyd Kaufman of Troma. So if you know any Troma films, you kind of know what you're getting here. It's okay. I don't know. Maybe these movies just aren't totally for me here. There's enough like kind of weird charm and very 80s aesthetics here. The effects actually aren't too bad. Again, they're just kind of using simple After Effects here for whatnot. And there is a couple laughs and whatnot. But yeah, it was just enough to where there were some weird decision moments with the character here that was a little skewed. The new movie actually I think addresses a lot better. But again, if you're just looking for some easy cheese, maybe this is for you. But for me, I can only give it 2 stars. It didn't do a heck of a lot for me here, personally. Ever seen the original Toxic Avenger or any of its 3 sequels?
It looks better than the week of, but no.
Ah, poor Sandman. What else did you get to
Gotta
this week, Tato?
do. What's up?
What else did you see this week?
I got nothing else this week.
Well, you could have warned me. All right.
I'm sorry.
Then again, last call. Then, if anyone wants to hop on into the chat, let us know. So I watched a movie called Bullet to the Head. Here, let's do a fun while I bring in the trailer. What do you think this movie's about, Tato?
Perhaps a reinterpretation of a ballet from the 1800s.
How did you know? No, it's a Sylvester Stallone action flick where Jason Momoa is actually your bad guy here. And there's Momoa can be a really fun bad guy, kind of more of a straightforward one here, but you are ready for him to maybe get his comeuppance here. This is from one of our boys, Pez's favorite directors, Walter Hill. Who did some interesting stuff here. Look at Walter Hill. He did The Warriors, which I love. 48 Hours, which if you get past some of the Taylor lore that happens in it, is a is a pretty good buddy movie there. Brewster's Millions, amongst other things, like Streets of Fire. I feel like this is kind of Rennie Harlan's is one of his later films where he's just kind of cashing in a payday here. There's hitmen, it's cops, it's different partners, betrayal and whatnot. So it was fine. You get a little Christian Slater pops up in there at one point here. Adewale Akinoe from Suicide Squad and Lost. I let the daughter last there. Shahidi was in a TV show I love called Life. Again, just never really connected to any of the characters here. I liked the bad guy just enough to where I was happy for his comeuppance here, and the action's shot all right. So unfortunately, we're ending on another 2-star movie in a different way. I probably watched Toxic Avenger again before I should watch this one again because again, it's just by the numbers, which is why I'm just now getting to it. Bullet to the head. Yeah, it looks like it tracked for the most part here. Couple 3 stars. Cubs fans. Steve Mesa liked it a little bit more. So does Steven Shepard. But that's the most that anyone ever gave it on our friends list. Bullet to the head, Tato. How many times have you seen it?
I have seen it as many times as I have taken a bullet to the head.
So 3? All right, that's a good amount. Yeah, Tato won't die. As for the moment here, looks like another quickie, another innie and outie for us here at long time, first time. So again, if you want to pop it in, it's your last chance. But if not, we'll start doing those things called plugs and parting words. Tato, the floor is yours.
What is up? Lights Out Trivia. We will be having a match after the football contest between the Bears of Chicago and the
Bears
of Washington. So check us out whenever that game ends. That is when that is scheduled for. We'll probably pop in, about 15 minutes after the score. Or, if the game goes south for the Bears, I will say fuck it and make everyone play early. So be on the lookout for that too.
Fucking sports. I hate how the games go up in the air.
Yeah.
And on time. It'd be like wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling always ends on time. Movie Battleground is also a thing that exists, I promise. And I think there might be a trivia match tomorrow night. I'll let JPO talk about that.
Yeah, but no, check out our friends over at Lights Out. Maybe I'll be popping up tonight if I don't fall asleep, but when the link drops. But yes, tomorrow night, all right here on this channel here. Hey, the tag tournament. I told you it's going to continue, and it will, goddammit. Shampoo is better versus Public Passageway. Yeah, Public Passage. Tato and Jay. What's going down? Tag team tournament style here. So Tato, we're friends today, but tomorrow we're enemies. Grr, rawr, deep stink. I don't know. But let's stick around here and see what other shenanigans happening on this time. Thursdays we talk wrestling over the Lonely Mars podcast. Check out Why We Love Horror. Maybe there's a new Just Eclipse chant. Wait, not there yet? Fuck, I hope it did. We're live. So for Tato, for me, for you, for everything, we're all fun. So we love you. More than you'll ever know. Good night.